What's up, Storm fans? It's Bryant Cook, and today we're playing Gruul Storm, Red-Green Storm, thanks to Modern Horizons 2. And I don't say that jokingly. So we have Abundant Harvest from Modern Horizons 2, which provides consistency. It's essentially a green cantrip. We have Strike It Rich from Modern Horizons 2, Goblin Anarchomancer, Galvanic Relay, Aeve, Progenitor Ooze. These are all cards we've played previously. But today, for the first time in this deck, I am testing the format's menace, Ragavan, Nimble Pilferer. Well, why is this card good? Well, it's another Strike It Rich. So we can play Strike It Rich or Ragavan on turn 1 that accelerates into turn 2 Birgi, God of Storytelling. So the last time that I played this deck, there was a few big takeaways. One, I need to know or need to learn how to read. March of Reckless Joy only allows you to play 2 cards off of it, and I kept on trying to play more than that. I was so used to playing Galvanic Relay, where playing March really bit me in the butt. It actually cost me the 5-0. I punted the 5-0 match. If you're interested in watching that video, you can do so in the card above, but, you know, I threw it away. So this deck really overperformed in that video, in my opinion. I felt like we rolled a little bit high. We were trying out Invoke Calamity. There's a number of things that, we were doing stuff, but Invoke really underperformed and March really impressed me. So I had this idea a while back to try out Ragavan. But the problem with Ragavan always was mid combo, you draw it and it's a dead card. Well, March of Reckless Joy actually changes that, because now mid combo, your extra copies of Ragavan can pitch to March to help you keep comboing. So now they have function, which makes it a little bit of a better card in this deck. So I'm pretty excited about that. So we're going to try that out today. You might notice there's no Boseiju in the main deck anymore. Well, with Ragavan in our deck, I don't think we can afford to play additional just green sources. On top of that, Boseiju doesn't work with Horn, which is a big concern. It also doesn't work with March of Reckless Joy. It was just really, really awkward, not counting the Galvanic Relay in the board. So we're moving on from Boseiju. We're going to try this. That's what I've got. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, whatever, put those down below, and I'll do my best to respond. But this is what I've got for today. Hopefully you enjoy this Gruul Storm video, and I will see you in the first match. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. That said, there's no better way of showing your support than becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks, and we get to keep making combo content. The perks get better and better each level you go up. They also stack. To start off, with our Storm fan tier, you unlock our private members section of our Discord, which comes with a highlighted user profile and then some awesome badges and emotes for YouTube. Looking for Cyborg help? Become a Stormtrooper, our middle tier, for 2 Cyborg guides of your deck choice every single month, on top of 50% off donation decks. Did we mention you also get 10% off merchandise from our shop? With our top tier, the Combo Cabal, you get a free donation deck every single month, 15% off merchandise from our shop, early access to private deck lists, and the most valuable perk in my opinion, videos early. That's right, you heard it, early access to all videos. But maybe sweet perk, secret deck list, early access to videos isn't for you, but you'd still like to show your appreciation. Make sure to check out theepicstorm.com/shop for card singles and Storm swag. Please don't forget to use your membership discounts. Finally, if you want to see your combo deck here on this very YouTube channel, make sure to visit theepicstorm.com/donation decks, where all you have to do is attach your TXT file and pick a donation tier. With our Epic tier, you can even join me in a video to showcase your bold brew in person and explain the ins and outs of your strategy. Card availability won't be an issue due to our new sponsor, Card Hoarder. With Card Hoarder, renting is super easy. If you're looking to get into Magic Online, there isn't a better, more affordable solution than Card Hoarder. Fun fact, you can rent the Epic Storm for 7 tickets a week, which is just a great deal. There are many ways you can support us. Just pick whatever is best for you. In the meantime, let's play some Magic. Match number 1, we're on the play. Let's Red Storm it up. Alright, Snapkeep. Look how good Ragavan is here. Ragavan on the play. If we draw a land, we have turn 2 Birgi. All right, Rags, let's do it. No one ever keeps turn 1 removal against the username Bryant Cook, correct? Ooh, Grazer. Oh my, this hand just got so much worse. Okay. Draw. We still have turn 2 Birgi. I think I'm just going to play her. It's fine. Okay, pass the turn. Why not? Let's try to attack. They'll never block, right? Ah, oh, they did it. I can't believe it. Oh, wow. What a wasted attack step. So we know that they have basic forest, explore, forest, map, forest garrison. Okay. Draw. I'm going to attack here. Get in. Surprise, surprise. Okay. I'm going to cast March pitching Ragavan. So this would look at the top 2. I'm going to pay an extra into it. Okay. So let's look at the top 3. Still have 1 red floating. Let's cast Manamorphose. And I can add green. Another March. Let's cast the Abundant Harvest. We'll see non-land. Ooh. So a ritual. I can play the back half of Birgi here, the Hornfell side. And then we can try to win next turn. Okay, let's pass. They're using map. The Seiju who endures. No! I didn't even think about that. That hurts. That hurt a lot. Okay. I did not consider that with the map. I could have held the horn. That's my own fault. We still have March. The forest is back, and they're passing. Draw. Goblin. Get in there. We're an aggro deck. Look at us. Okay, we will play the Goblin here. I could cast the March, but I think I'm just going to wait. Amulet of Vigor. This could be bad for us if they have a green Karoo into Titan. Slayer Stronghold. Okay. So they could actually pump the Grazer now. Draw. Okay, so we're just going to cast March. So there should be for 3, I believe. We'll have 1 mana floating and a land drop. March of Reckless Joy. So we hit Wish. That can go get Underworld Breach. Alright, so let's cast Desperate Ritual. Oh no! I did it again! Oh no! I just said it in the deck tech. Why do I keep doing this? Why? It's not Galvanic Relay. I keep on falling for this trap. Oh no. Oh geez. I'm so disappointed in myself right now. I just have to pass the turn. I just threw away that game. Maybe I should just never play March of Reckless Joy again. I can't read. I don't know how to play it. It just continually bites me in the butt. I'm so used to playing with Galvanic Relay. We're technically not dead. I think. Don't quote me on that. But even if they play Titan here, I think I will get another turn. Turn Timber. Okay. And like I could draw Wheel. Wheel is what we're looking for. We have 3 wheels in our deck. Reforge the Soul is the card I'm talking about. Dryad, okay. So disappointed in myself right now. Come on, deck, please. Top deck, draw. Punished. I'm going to keep these lands in hand, which seems a little bit silly. But the reason why is that if I draw another Birgi, I can pitch them. And I don't know if they do a whole lot in play. I have to be dead here, right? Okay. If this is Titan, I'm probably just dead. And by probably, I mean definitely just dead. Okay, so they're replaying the Sanctuary. 7 mana, another Turn Timber. And they found the Titan. Alright, we can pick it up from here. So, obviously this game was my own fault. This should have been a win. We had the Underworld Breach, we could have done it. Alright. Well, so disappointing. I need to learn how to read my cards. And I think we just submit the same 75, no sideboarding. Ah, jeez. That's a real bummer. One day I'll learn. Game 2 on the play. Let's try it again. This hand's sort of clunky. I don't know how I feel about this. I think we want something faster. So here we have the Goblin. I think we keep this. Let's bottom the Striker Rich. Okay, and pass the turn. One day I will learn how to use this March, I promise. Saga, that's fine. Go get that Stomping Ground, and let's go. Map, okay. Draw. Another March. Let's play the Goblin. Pass. Cavern of Souls. They're passing. Draw. Let's get in there. Okay, Pyretic Ritual. And let's cast this March. So this should be for 3. I don't think I'm going to play the land. What's Ritual? Manamorphose. Green. Red. Play the Goblin. Ritual. Let's go. X is equal to 3. All we hit off that was a Manamorphose? Oh my, that's not good. Let's cast Manamorphose. Red, green. Come on, give me Reforge. We get the back half of Birgi. But we learned last game that they can just search up a Seiju with this map. As much as I want to cast, I mean, I could cast the Birgi and immediately discard the Tarn. You know what? Let's do it. Discard Tarn. Ritual Reforge. Okay, non-land. So that's actually fairly good. Even if they destroy this now, we have Wish and Underworld Breach. And they're using map. Simic Growth Chamber. Are we dead? We might be dead. Alright, so they get to start off by putting an Amulet into play. And then they can play their Simic Growth Chamber, which allows them to then play a Dryad or a Zuza. Another amulet. Yikes. And a third amulet. So I'm ultra dead. Okay. I mean, nothing I can do about this. As long as they have Titan, I should be dead. Because they can get Titan, they can give it haste. Yeah. So they can give it haste with Slayer Stronghold. And then after they attack, they can go get the double strike land, and I just can't soak up 19 damage. There's Titan. And they did in fact get Slayer Stronghold plus Boros Garrison. Okay. Bumping up their Titan a whole bunch. I think the only way I could possibly stay alive here is if the Boros Garrison is somehow in their hand. Or not Boros Garrison, the double strike land. I can't think of what the double strike land is called at the moment. Or if they have another Boros Garrison in their hand and they only play 2. Sunhome? It's like Sunhome something? Okay, so it looks like they don't have it. Okay. The Seiju happens. We'll go grab a land. No blocks on the Titan, we'll take 12. They still have 6 cards in hand. Explore. Sure. Grazer. You got it. Alright, so they could be representing another Boseiju here, because I think we know most of their hand other than 1 card, but we could also just like Reforge here and not play into it, but that looked like an F6. Alright, so they're not F6'd. So I could lose to Endurance, which is a concern if it's actually 2 cards I don't know about. So I know that they have Slayer Stronghold, Cavern, and I'm not sure about the others. Looking at the log right now. Yeah, I think I just know about Slayer Stronghold, Cavern. So I could get Wheel, but if Wheel fizzles, I'd feel really bad. Or I can play into Graveyard Hate. I think we should just play the Reforge. And they had nothing. Okay, let's cast this Manamorphose. Red, another Wish. Storm's 4. I need mana here. Alright, I'm gonna cast the March. Let's pitch the Ragavan and the Goblin. Okay, so this is for 6. So I only get to play 2 of these. Well, let's remember that. Ritual. So now we have some mana. We'll play the Wish. Striker Rich. Storm is 10. So I don't have double Grapeshot. I mean, I could try Breach here. I think I'm just going to Reforge. Okay. Ritual. Let's play the Horn. Discard some cards. Another great wave getting rid of Ragavan. Okay, 8 cards left in deck. You can cast Striker Rich. So the flashback on Striker Rich is the same as the normal mana cost, so these are just free Storm. Flashback the Striker Rich. Okay. And now we can Grapeshot. It's worth noting that they haven't actually seen anything where Endurance would be good. So maybe I can get away with a Graveyard Line in game 3. Looks like we pulled this one out of our buns. Okay. I mean, I could board in the Blood Moon. I just don't think that's what I should be doing. I think it's best to just like keep it available for Wish. Game 3. Turn 1 Ragavan. They took a mulligan. I'm going to try this out and hope that the Ragavan's good enough. Alright, so they kept 6. Saga. Map. Yep. Draw. March is a good draw. Let's thin our deck a little bit and remove a mountain. Play Old Rags. Pass the turn. Saga goes up to 2. Oh, come on. That's a bummer. Okay. Draw. A lot of lands. Let's play Abundant Harvest. Non-land. Strike. And pass the turn. So now they get to go get an Amulet with their Urza Saga. We know that they have basic Forest in hand and 3 other cards. Amulet of Vigor. They have 1 mana floating. They're using map. They're likely getting a crew here, so that way next turn they can actually cast the Titan. They picked up Beseiju. Alright. Wish. It's unfortunate they have the chamber up, because we could spit out a Blood Moon, I think. 4, 5... Nope, I'm 1 mana short of Blood Moon, actually. I could just flashback the strike here, or I can end step March for 3. And I think I'd rather March. Turn 5. I guess I could have also have wished for Nature's Claim there and blown up the Amulet. But that doesn't feel like a winning line to me. And they're still just holding open, what is it called? Beseiju. Alright, let's march. It's gonna be for 3. That's a really good 3. Draw. No. Okay, so we want to start off by playing Goblin. And the 2 that we're going to cast off this are Ritual and the Goblin Anarchomancer. Green, red, play the Goblin. Ritual. Come on, let me cast Ritual. Oh, okay, my bad. I was just reading it wrong. So I can actually splice this. So it's Manamorphose. I forgot all about splice here. And we will splice the Ritual. Get a little bit of extra mana. Okay, play this Ritual. And then let's play Wish. This brings us down to 6 mana. And then Reforge, floating 2. So they have Beseiju, Titan, Turn Timber. Okay, Ritual. Strike it rich. Let's play Goblin here. So the strikes are just free Storm. I mean, I can play the Breach. I'm just afraid that if they Endurance me in response, I'm going to get blown out. Let's cast Underworld Breach. And it resolves. Okay. Let's escape a ritual. That resolved. Let's cast Wish. Escape another ritual. It's from 14. A little bit short on Storm here. Cancel. I can Reforge for 3 and draw 7. I think that's actually the play. Exile Wish, Manamorphose, Ritual. From 16. And this will do. Okay. Let's play Birgi. She deserves to be in play. Manamorphose. Green, green. Let's play the Goblin. Alright. Ragavan. Legend rule, but plus free Storm. Okay. We can just Grapeshot here, I suppose. All these shots. And it looks like, and I could be wrong, but at least right now, it looks like my punt didn't cost us the first round, which is always lovely. We got there. Despite my best efforts to lose, we got it. I feel a little bit better now. I was better the next 2 times casting March. Let's see how the rest of this league goes. We are 1-0. If you haven't joined them already, I would recommend opening up our description down below and joining our 7 social media networks. They're each great in their own way, but I would strongly suggest joining our Discord server. In there, you will find others just like you looking to improve their Storm game and grow as a combo community. If you're a member of our YouTube channel, you should sync your account to Discord to unlock our private member section that has the latest and greatest deck lists, concepts, and much, much more. Let's get back to comboing out. Match 2 on the play with Gruul Storm. I love this deck so much. We have turn 2 Bergs. I think we just keep. I know that it's 4 lands. We could also look at possibly hardcasting the Berg monster, but let's see what happens with our first draw step. Alright. Copper line, and let's get rich. Play that lottery. Inspiring Vantage. I don't like to see that. Alright, so playing the Berg out as a creature probably not as good now. Another strike at rich. Okay. So we can play the Stomping Ground tapped. And then strike, which means that next turn we can hardcast Birgi. Or by Birgi, I mean Hornfell. Gotta get that bounty. Eidolon of the Great Revel. How lame of you. Okay. Goblins on top. We're just going to play Hornfell here. Pass the turn. We have 1 Grapeshot in our main deck that could potentially answer this Eidolon. March of Reckless Joy. We have Wish for Lightning Bolts as well. Let's start off by discarding the Arid Mesa. Couple of rituals. Let's discard the March. Okay. Discard Manamorphose. Discard the Goblin. We get Wish. But I think the problem is that we're dead. If I want to make the most of this. So if I go Ritual, Wish, Bolt, that puts me to 1. We need our opponent to not be holding Lightning Bolt. No weather in our sideboard. I don't know if I have much of a choice here. Actually, I'm just dead no matter what. Because Ritual, Wish Bolt leaves me with just a Copperline Gorge. Yep, okay, game 2. Oh well. So let's bring in the bolts. And I do think that this is a matchup where maybe we don't want Ragavan. They just have a lot of answers. Maybe I'm wrong, though. We could leave the Nature's Claim in the sideboard as like our wishable answer to Eidolon. I don't hate that. I think I'm supposed to just leave in a single Ragavan. Let's try this out. I have to imagine that Burn's a pretty difficult matchup. This is very similar to Gift Storm, where our weakness is that the fact that our deck relies on creatures. And if you have to keep in one Ragavan, this is definitely where you want it in your opening hand. All right, let's grab that mountain. Old Rags. Wooded Foothills, pass. Draw. Let's get in there. Hiya. Ooh, we get the treasure. Bone Crusher Giant, huh? That's interesting. Question is, do I try to just like hardcast the Birgi? And I think the answer is yes. Pass the turn. Ooh, no turn one spell. Mountain, Vantage, Eidolon. I think we can actually beat the Eidolon here. Let's get in there. And they're going to block the Ragavan? What? Wow. I'm glad I attacked first. Jeez. I can't believe that. Okay. Actually, I should Manamorphose first here. Because if I draw another Desperate Ritual, I want to be able to splice it. Wish. Wonder if that opens up a wish line. So wish costs 3, I'd have 5 left. Then I could go get Breach. I think this is right. 7 cards. Where's my Underworld Breach? There it is. So this essentially cost me 1 mana to play the Breach. And then we'll cast March of Reckless Joy. And all it does is it replaces itself mana-wise, but it puts a card to our graveyard for the escape. Now we have 3 mana floating. We'll cast the Ritual. Alright, exile some lands in the Ragavan. Storm 6. Ritual happens. Alright, so now we have 6 mana floating. The Reforge would put us at 2 mana floating with the Birgi trigger. I still have a land drop. So I think I'm just going to cast the Reforge and not overcommit quite yet. Because I could cast another Ritual, but it would shut me off Wish. Okay. Let's get rich. Storm 9. Manamorphose. Green, red. Ritual. Manamorphose. Green, red. And another Ritual. Storm 13. And now we can just play Wish and a Grapeshot. Okay. Shots. So that's game number 2, but now we're on the draw, game 3 against Burn. Hiya. Do we want to take out the Ragavan game 3 for anything? We could board in the Aeve, but I think getting to Aeve is going to be difficult against the Burn deck. It could be the Nature's Claim, but then you don't have... your only wishable out would be Grapeshot. I think one secret mode of the Nature's Claim here is that we could blow up a treasure in order to gain 4 life against the Burn deck. I don't know how often we should expect that to come up, though. Is that better than just having a Ragavan? Probably not. Let's just try this out. Same configuration. It won game 2. It can't be that bad. Solid. Let's try it out. Arid Mesa. Sacred Foundry. Old Goblin Guide. You pick up a free Arid Mesa. Love it. The Goblin. So we could hold open Lightning Bolt here, but we'd have to discard a card. And with this Striker Rich, I can still theoretically both the Goblin Guide or an Eidolon of the Great Revel. There's the Eidolon. Triggers Pyretic Ritual. Let's just kill the Eidolon. Draw. So I think I'm going to try to leave the Goblin in my hand so that way it just doesn't die to a burn spell. I don't know if that's actually better or not, but I'm hoping that I can catch our opponent off guard a little bit. Because if we do that on the following turn, I can go Goblin into all these rituals, Reforge. I don't care about that. That is absolutely fine. In my book, that's a win. The reveal was Ragavan Nimble Pilferer. Well, I'm going to get rid of the Ragavan here. Nothing personal. Old Rags, but you're not the droid I need right now. Okay, it's time to try to combo off. Opponent's at 17. March or Reckless Joy. Play the Goblin. Ritual, Ritual, Ritual. I could also Relay if I don't think the Reforge will do, because I only have 1 mana floating off the Reforge. But the question is, do we think that like 7 cards off this Reforge is going to be good enough? Or Relay. It's essentially the same between Reforge and Relay, but I have to wait a turn. And I'm imagining that if I cast this, I get a little bit of value out of it. I guess if I cast this right now, I get 1 free card because of this, but then it would have to make mana for the Reforge to work. How many rituals am I down already? 2 rituals, 3 rituals. We have 5 rituals left in the deck. It's not a lot. It's on 4 cards. So the nice thing about Relay is that it doesn't, what am I trying to say here? Give our opponent with 4 cards that played a Sanctifier this turn a new hand. So I'm almost inclined to Relay. Alright, so let's Reforge for 2? It would actually be for 3. No, it would be for 2. Maybe I should do it for 3 if I'm just going to Relay if it fizzles. Alright, let's try this. That was actually terrible. So now we just Relay. 7 new cards. Why? I shouldn't be able to cast these. This, I don't believe that's correct. Now I have to block or else I'm dead. Okay. Would I like to Reforge? That's a really good question. I mean, the answer is yes, but I don't know if I'm allowed to. I'm gonna have to sit here and do some math. So if we Reforge, I tap 2 lands. I have a land here that I can play. And then we have to go Ritual Manamorphose Anarchomancer. Or I can Ritual Strike at Rich Anarchomancer Morphos. Is it better to just not cast this one? It honestly might be. So if I don't cast this, we play the Forest Anarchomancer, Ritual Birgi. Yeah, I think I'm not supposed to cast it. Although I can't tell what cards I'm allowed to play here. We revealed Anarchomancer Birgi Bolt last turn. Let's play the Anarchomancer. Ritual. Birgi floating 1. Our opponent just said GG, but I don't think that this is over yet. Let's play the strike. This makes 1 mana. And now we Morphose, which makes 3 mana. Red, red. That was a good one. Okay. And now we can cast this Reforge and keep that one over in exile. It's from 7. Striker Rich is free. Honestly, these Abundant Harvest are also free. I mean, we're just converting green into red mana, but it's plus Storm Count, which is what I need right now. Another Birgi. Let's Abundant Harvest. Non-land. Okay. So Horn costs 4 and then makes a mana. So I think we're actually supposed to cast this. And by, yeah, Horn is what I mean. Okay. Discard a land. Discard land. We can cast the Striker Rich. From 12. Lightning Bolt is free. Target them. Cast the Wish because we have Grapeshot over in exile. Grapeshot the opponent. Hell yeah. 2-0 with Gruul Storm. Every time I play this deck, it impresses me at how well it does. I know I'm only 2 matches in, but last time I felt like we were, you know, batting above or punching above our weight class, I guess I'll say. And now, here we are, you know, starting off 2-0 again. Maybe this deck's legit and I should play it more often. Let's see how the rest of this league goes. Playing your favorite combo deck in Paper just got so much easier with the Epic Storm Mini Token Pack. You can pick one up at theepicstorm.com/shop for $13. It includes 64 double-sided mini tokens. That's 128 tokens total. And they include 10 black, 10 blue, 10 red, 5 green, 5 white, 3 colorless, 20 storm counters. That means that you can count your way all the way up to 20 for Grapeshot, everyone's favorite Stormwind condition, a Galvanic Relay Exile Indicator, 4 treasure tokens for Strike It Rich, and then 10 monk tokens for our vintage friends. It also has Slime Time Live, Aeve Progenitor Ooze tokens with the power and toughness already built in to make playing in Paper so much easier. No fumbling around with dice. We've got you covered. Make sure to go grab those if you're playing Modern. And then Squirrels versus Goblins, Chatterstorm versus Empty the Warrens, the Battle of the Ages. You definitely need 20 Squirrel tokens and 20 Goblin tokens. You're going to love this mini token pack, I promise. And once again, you can grab that at theepicstorm.com/shop. Third match, once again, we're on the play. Turn 1 Rags into turn 2 Bergs. Wow, Ragavan seems really good. I am loving this. I might need to get a playset of Japanese full of Ragavan soon. Okay, turn 1. The old monkey. Mountain. Flameblade Adept. The perfect combat to Ragavan. Alright, let's get in there. Do you block? I accept the trade. Which is fine because we drew the Goblin. Pass the turn. Blazing Rootwalla. Draw. Land. Let's thin the deck a little bit. Pull a land out. And I'm just going to pass here. You could Manamorphose looking to spike a Ritual. I feel like that's a little bit greedy when I can just guarantee to have Horn next turn with a little bit of mana floating. Land number 3. Cycle's Hollow one. There it is. So they're going to go get the Underworld Cookbook. Blazing Rule while holding down the fort. Now we're going to attempt to win the game. Another Berg! Okay, let's Manamorphose. Auto Yield. Red. Perfect. Let's cast Horn. I guess I didn't need to cast the Ritual. That might have been a little bit overzealous on my part. In case these two brick. Discard. Oh, we hit the Wish. How lucky. Okay, so let's play the Goblin. Which is essentially free here because it makes a mana with the Birgi, and then it makes Wish cost less later. Alright, so now we play Wish, which is also free because we have double Goblin into Birgi. So that play actually made mana. And now we can go get Reforge the Soul, which costs 3 mana and then makes one, so it costs 2 mana. We get to draw 7 cards with a Horn in play, and then we just get to win the game. Hiya. Who knew red creatures could be so powerful? Oh no, I put Vengevine to our opponent's graveyard. Whatever shall I do? Alright, let's discard some cards. Good deal. Storm is 6. Let's cast this Ritual. Why not? Okay. There's actually a lot of lands in there. Strike it rich. Let's play the Goblin. I like putting Goblin onto the table. It makes me happy. Okay, we could flashback Strike it rich. It brings us up to Storm 10. Let's cast a Wish. Then we can get Past in Flames. I'm going to hold these. If for some reason our opponent has something that beats Past in Flames here. Like, they could be on a main deck Endurance, who knows. But there's no reason to cast these when I don't need to and just overextend. Alright. Looks like we've got this. We just have to go through the motions now. Alright. Desperate Ritual. Cast Wish. This deck is so sweet. I know that I've said that like 12 times so far, but playing it is so much fun. Like, I'm actually having a blast right now. You can't tell it because I'm an emotionless asshole, but I really am enjoying myself. Ritual. And Storm 20 Grapeshot. Target them. Okay. How about that? I think that we just resubmit the same list here. We could board and bolt to slow them down over the Ragavans, but I'm not even sure if that's correct. Game 2, here we've opened up double Goblin Anarchomancer. I think we try this. No payoff spell, but we do have this Manamorphose. And the thing about these strategies is they also often play Burning Inquiry, so you don't really just want to like mulligan to an action spell or anything like that. Alright, so they have the turn 1 Asmo into Cookbook, another Goblin. I think we just want to thin our deck of lands. And there's the Burning Inquiry. Alright, double Goblin and a Ritual. That actually hurt us a little bit. And I mean, it gave them 2 free Root Wallas, so they've had a really powerful start here. We'll take 3 going to 17. And now they should be playing the Cookbook, and they do. Which means that this Goblin, when we play it, is likely to die. Draw. Another land. Alright, we have to play the Goblin. So now they'll discard a card. A third Root Walla. Okay. Yeah, I'm not winning this. So our opponent's going to now discard another card to the Underworld Cookbook, And then that allows them to kill my creature with this Asmo. Wander. Other creatures fly. That's some pretty sweet tech. Okay. Yep. So I'm taking 12 and they get to kill my creature. Very good draw. Yeah, I am just flat dead here. Too slow. Okay, so I'm going to leave the Ragavans in, I think. We could board in the bolts. I don't think I want to do that. I'm just going to stick to the game plan. I think Ragavan works better with our deck, allowing turn 2 Birgies and things like that. So let's try it out. It's a pretty big risk here. Ah, geez. I think I'm supposed to be more disciplined and just mulligan. Sure. Get rid of the forest. Ouch. We go to 18 and strike it rich. Pass the turn. So I think we're looking to possibly use Wish into Reforge the Soul. That's how I'm envisioning this game going, but I could be wrong. Turn 1 Mountain into Neonate, sure. Draw. Okay. We're just going to play the Goblin. Pass the turn. Cycle Street Wraith. Goblin Lore. Discards Fury. Okay, so I didn't realize that they had Fury in their deck. And we'll take 1 going to 15. Draw. Another Wish. I'm going to say land here. Okay. Flashback the Strike It Rich. And this gets us pretty close to Wish into Reforge. Also on their end step, I can pitch a Wish and cast March for 3. Goblin Lore. Discards Vengevine, Neonate, Lore, Land. I'm sorry, land, Vengevine, Neonate. And now they have 6 cards. They're going to discard Neonate, or sacrifice Neonate to discard Vengevine. Sorry, talking's very difficult. So now they have a hollow one. Ooh. Okay, and I got to keep 1 Wish. So now they get double Vengevine, and I have to try to win the game now. So they get to get in there for 8, and I go to 6. As of right now, Wish into Reforge doesn't work. Maybe I could like create some sort of Wish in a Breach line. I'm not quite sure. Draw. Yeah, I don't think we have enough for Reforge, so I'm going to go to 4. Strike. Strike. Honestly, I don't even think Breach is good enough. I've played my land. So I could actually cast Wish into Reforge. The problem is that it just like doesn't do enough. So alternatively, I could go Wish into Aeve. But they still have 4 cards in hand and I'd have nothing. But Aeve would make a 2/2, a 3/3, a 4/4, and a 5/5. So basically I would just stall out the game for a little bit. I could get Past in Flames, but I don't even have a ritual in there. It might just have to be Aeve. If I had 1 more mana, it would really open things up. Alright, so no matter what, I have to cast Wish. So let's do that. So then they're at 13. So I can get Breach, which should be from 4. And then I'm just like trying to figure out what I could actually do here that could win. I only have 8 cards, so I can only cast 2 cards out of here. So that's just like not a realistic line. I mean, is the line Aeve then? I just hope that I miracle a Reforge. Okay, enough stalling. I think I just have to take the Aeve. The problem is we also know that they have Wonder in their deck. So this like line isn't even that good. But getting past Inflames literally does nothing for me. And I have played my land. Alright, slime time. Okay. So I'm just looking to miracle or Reforge the Soul. They cycle Street Wraith. Looks like they're going to swing out. We'll put the Aeve in front of the hollow one. This Aeve, well, the big Aeve in front of the hollow one. And then these two will trade with those two, and I get to keep my Goblin. So I'm going to lose 3 Oozes, but I get to keep my 5/5. Neonate. Discards another Vengevine. So I'm dead next turn if they have another creature here. They must have had another creature if they're thinking about this. Otherwise, they would have sat on the Neonate. Okay, there it goes. So now I have to draw the Reforge now. I think they could have done that pre-combat, though. And then I would have just been dead. If they had another... Maybe they didn't know that they were drawing into a creature. Okay, so then they could have definitely brought back Vengevine. So I think they missed lethal. Or they at least forced making me block. Alright, please deck Reforge the Soul. That gets... Breach. That doesn't do anything. Damn. I guess I can attack with Aeve and see if they don't block. And then I can bolt them. I mean, it's like pretty free. Oh, yeah. Ah, they blocked. So Wish into Breach, I think, is my only line. And then I could like strike it rich a few times, but like it doesn't do anything. So I could rich or Wish, Breach, Abundant Harvest, and say non-land, but then I'm flat dead. I'm always 1 mana short. I don't think this does anything meaningful. Yeah, I just needed a ritual at some point this game. Sorry, I'm not trying to stall. I'm just making sure I can't do anything else. Alright, I'm just gonna cast Wish. Play the Breach. Storm 2. Yeah, it just doesn't matter. Okay, so we are now 2-1. Womp womp. Hey, you're still watching. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you're looking to make a purchase from Card Hoarder, TCG Player, or Amazon and are looking to support us, you can open up our description down below, and in there you will find our affiliate links. Those same links are found on the homepage of the Epic Storm. But that's not all. We've included a Card Hoarder button on our website that will load the Epic Storm in your Card Hoarder cart to make life simple for you. Match 4 on the draw. We've opened up If you're looking for more great Magic the Gathering content, definitely check out the Eternal Glory podcast. It is myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Brian Koval and Phil Gallagher. We primarily discuss Legacy. That said, a lot of what we talk about transcends all formats. We're available on all major podcast platforms. Hey everyone, I just realized at the beginning of this match that apparently at the very start of match number 4, my mic cut out. I'm sorry about that. There's nothing I can do to fix it. So I'm still going to upload this video, as you can tell since you're probably watching it, but there's no recovering the lost audio, unfortunately. So I think the highlight of that match was just me going lightning bolt, and then ripping it off the top and winning game number 2, which was sweet. But we're back and we're going to try to win match number 5 right now for this 4-1. Yeah, this seems fine. Keep. Once again, I am sorry about the lost audio. Nothing I can do to fix it. Opponent with a mulligan to 3. Okay. Activate Scalding Tarn. We'll just grab the basic mountain. Strike it rich. Pass the turn. Oh, they're on Tron. Okay. It explains the mulligan to 3. So now we're just going to play the Goblin. Pass the turn. Sanctum of Ugin. Draw. Okay, just fetch, I guess. Harvest, we'll say non-land. That's a good one. Let's get in there. I'm an aggro deck. Ritual. Ritual. And Reforge the Soul. Okay, so we gave our opponent a brand new hand. And it looks like we might have to pass the turn after giving them a new hand. So I can play Ragavan and Striker Rich. I think those are my options. Because I could go like Wish for Breach, but I'm all out of mana, so there's no point in really doing that. So let's just play Ragavan. Sure thing. And then Striker Rich, and we could try to win the game next turn. You've got a Tron piece. Relic is a little bit annoying. Do I want to cast that? I think the answer is yes. It's a miracle. Let's get in there. Hiya. Trigger off Ragavan. We get a map. Alright, I'm going to play the Goblin. And then that means I can play the Birgi for a single red mana. Off that Birgi, we will cast Manamorphose. Birgi triggers. Red. And I can cast the back half of Birgi now. Making a red mana. Now you can use the Horn to discard some lands. Okay, discard this Ragavan. No real payoff quite yet. Let's cast this Ritual. Actually, I'm going to start casting the Strikes because there is free Storm. Okay. And then we can... Ragavan's literally free. No, I already have a Ragavan. I don't think it matters. Let's play the Manamorphose. It also gives me a card to dig 2 deeper with. And now they're going to use the Relic. Sure. Manamorphose. Well, I green. Ding dong. You dead. Okay. We'll play Ragavan now. It's from 13. We'll keep the untapped Ragavan and Grapeshot them for 14. IO goes that Dario. That's game number 1 over Tron. And just to confirm, this is classic green Tron. It is not Eldrazi Tron, even though we didn't actually see a whole lot of green cards out of them. So Lightning Bolt is not a card we're interested in. Nature's Claim is eh. Veil Summer is obviously not great. We didn't really face that many blue decks this league, so Veil never came up. I do think it's correct to have 4 on the board, though. So we could board in the main deck, the Blood Moon to be in the main deck. There we go. I said it. We got it out there. But I think it's just better to have it available off Wish. So I'm going to just resubmit. Game number 2 on the draw. Okay, so we have turn 1 Ragavan plus some other stuff. I think I'm going to try this. We're lacking the Goblin or Birgi, but it has pretty much everything else we could want. And they kept 6 cards this game. Turn 1 is mine. And a Sphere, sure. Another Ritual. We're going to go straight to 17. Let's play the Monkey. Pass. Using the star for green. Ancient Stirrings. Picking up an Urza's Tower. And another star. Draw. Another Wish. We really wanted a Goblin there. Ragavan triggers. Ugin. I could play Ugin. Well, I can't, but I could if I had a better hand. So I think we're supposed to just grab a land here. Awkwardly enough, it doesn't cast the Striker Rich that I was planning on casting. We just have to pass. Adding green. Alright, so they'll have Tron this turn. It's just not 7 mana this turn. Map and star. Come on, Goblin, please. Alright, let's get in there. They go to 16, we get a treasure. I'm gonna cast March, pitching Wish and Strike. I mean, this is our window. We have to go for it. Alright, so we hit Birgi. Morphoses are 2 good cards. So I could cast the Birgi right now. Alright, so we play the Ritual. If I play Birgi, I can't Morphose. So I think it's actually just better to Ritual again. Because, like, I'd rather cantrip off the Morphose than do anything else. And now we play the Mana Morphose so we can draw a card. Okay. Black, green, red. We had a land. Let's fetch the Thin, I guess. Ouch. Mana Morphose again, it makes 1 mana. From 6. Red, green, and another land. Okay, so we could play Wish into Breach. And then hope for the best. It's really just hoping off Mana Morphose draws. That said, I don't have anything else going on right now, so I think we have to dream big. I could also just relay for 8. Is that the line? Maybe it's relay for 8. I mean, that seems like it's more probable to win than preying off this breach. So I could get 2 Mana Morphose draws off the breach. Possibly 3, depending on what my draws are. I don't know. So 9 cards is only 3, or it's only 2. It's not 3. Yeah, I should just relay. If they win, they win. Alright, so I want to look at the first 3 Or first two, really. But it could be three if I drew a spell I could cast. So I want to see what these are. Striker Rich, so that would have allowed a third. Birgi wouldn't have done anything. Okay, so I would have fizzled. Honestly, that wasn't a very good 7 cards. Pass. Okay, opponent has 10 mana. There's Ugin. And our creatures are gone. Unfortunate. But we still can try to win this turn off the relay card. It's not the end of the world. Draw. Alright, so we didn't hit an action spell. Which means that the horn would have to be our action spell. Let's fetch. The nice thing is that they can't Ugin away the horn next turn. Striker Rich. Striker Rich. It's better to have these in the graveyard. And then we can play the ritual. Play the horn. Pass the turn. We're at 10. Okay, Karn does shut off horn. I think they got us this time. Sundering Titan. Pretty good. Costs 8 though. Ancient Stirrings for Ulamog. I don't know if I have a draw that gets us out of this. It's certainly not that. Alright, next game. We will be on the play for game number 3. I guess in the middle of that turn, I could have considered playing Blood Moon instead of like going all in for the Breach or the Relay, but I feel like that's a losing line. This seems fine. We'll try this. So the fear here is that I play turn 2 Birgi and then we never find a payoff spell. But I think we just have to trust that we're going to find one. Alright, Striker Rich, pass the turn. Power Plant into Sphere. Draw. Alright, I'm going to play the Birgi. The Birgi's been unleashed. Sylvan Scrying. So they'll have Tron next turn. Draw. Alright, come on, deck. Be good to me. Abundant Harvest. We'll say non-land. It's technically a non-land. Play Manamorphose. Green-red. Abundant Harvest. Non-land. Bummer. Okay, so we can strike it rich. And then play the Goblin. So we fizzled here. It was a tough call. Like, I couldn't actually cast the horn on turn 2. So there was little reason to wait and hope that on turn 3 I could cast horn, pass, and not get Karned. Well, that's not a Karn. Okay. Come on, Reforge the Soul, or Wish. Ancient Stirrings. Chromatic Sphere. Come on, Wish or Reforge the Soul, please. I'd also take another Birgi. Okay, draw. Damn. Okay, let's just attack. Opponent goes to 12. I would have taken a Ragavan there too, because if we hit a big thing, we could actually cast it. And there's the Ulamog. I feel like our window just closed. Come on, Reforge the Soul. Draw. Abundant Harvest. Now land. So if they have I don't know. I'm going to pass. I can cast the March on their end step. So they do get to exile 20 cards from my deck, though. We have 4 Wish and 1 Grapeshot as win conditions. 1 Wish, 2 Wish, 3 Wish. So we have 1 Wish Grapeshot left. Ancient Stirrings. Another Ulamog. Wow. It costs 10. Oh, they have 10. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Wow. Pitch a Pyretic. Okay, March. So we have to figure out how to win from here. Draw. Okay, so how do I do this? I'm actually a mana short of the play I thought I had. I was thinking I could splice the rituals and then play Birgi floating 2, and that's not the case. So I think I'm actually just flat dead here. Okay, I'm gonna pick this one up. We're dead. I can't do anything here because I can only play 2 of these. So we went 3 and 2, which is fine. I do have some thoughts. I liked the Ragavan. I think that Ragavan is exactly what this deck wants because it gets us into turn 2 Birgi more often, which is what ideally our deck does. I do have some thoughts for moving forward. I think we should consider cutting Abundant Harvest. It never feels good. And instead, I think we should go back to being a Breach deck. So I'm going to duplicate this. And I think what we should do is cut the Abundant Harvests. And we'll add some Breaches into our main deck. Like this. So then our main deck becomes a little bit more powerful rather than having this card in our deck that's just like sort of random and inconsistent. So when you add the Underworld Breach back in, you can add a Burning Inquiry into your sideboard. And I don't know if I own one of those in my collection. Let's find out. I do. Okay. So we can add that into our board and cut some card in here. I don't know what it is, but some card in here. And now you have the Birgi Underworld Breach Burning Inquiry win, where you get to mill your deck until you hit the Grapeshot and win the game. I actually don't see the Grapeshot in my main deck. Oh, am I not playing a main deck Grapeshot? I didn't even realize that. The more you know. So, yeah. That's the plan, I think. I just haven't been in love with the Abundant Harvest. They didn't feel very good this league. And more red cards to pitch to March is always good. So that's my 2 cents. If you have any other suggestions, feel free to let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry about match number 4. I really am. But thank you for watching. Keep storming and have a terrific day. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.